You know what, Jordan? I am so tired of all this mud. It is all over the garage slab, all over the stairs. It is upstairs. I know it's in your house. It's in my truck. We got to do something. All right, time to get your workout in, dude. All right, gang, we are about a third of the way done, and that is looking and feeling a lot better. But that is hard work. You know what, Jordan? That's a job for your little brother. In fact,
I agree.
He was just asking this morning, is there something I can do to help you out at Jordan's house?
Really? He said that?
He did not. I was making that up. But we got work to do. Let's build this house. Hey gang, I'm Paul with Stud Pack. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our project, the Stud Pack Dream House Build. In our last video, you saw us do a bunch of electrical. And in this video, we're gonna pivot trades on you. We're gonna switch to HVAC, take all these boxes upstairs and install them. Let's show you what it's all about. All right, gang, after all that shoveling of gravel, I carried all these upstairs by myself. Not really. Jordan helped me.
I'm in this with you.
You are, full time. But let's have a little early builder's Christmas. We ordered a bunch of stuff from supplyhouse.com. We just don't know what is in which box. There we go. Yeah. That's the main event, a FanTech inline fan for the exhaust for the bathroom. All right, that's all that's in there. Let's see what's next. This might be all the, all right, this is all the electrical boxes I ordered. Arlington boxes, sconce boxes. All right, that's electrical. That's another trade. I'll put this one out here and I'll have to schlep it downstairs. All right, let's see what this one is. 2 boxes of 4-inch insulated flex duct.
Fashionista?
Yeah, it says FanTech. What'd you do, get 2 of them?
No,
that's the grill.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
No, that's the damper.
The damper,
yeah.
Nice.
The aftermarket damper.
All right, I'm gonna put that with this guy.
I'm guessing the MGS.
You got it.
Yep.
MGS4
Go.
metal supply grill. Oh.
Sconce boxes.
Sconce boxes.
Yep.
Check that out. Let's just show them what.
It looks like some is missing.
Yeah, let's show them what these are for.
Okay.
Or the sconces.
I thought it was already supposed to be centered.
It's centered. It's centered for this size box, but I want a round box for the sconce, so I got that guy. Look at that.
Oh.
Nice.
Cool.
And adjustable depth.
Sick.
2 of my favorites right there. All right, last box, bud. Is this the box for the grill on the intake for the?
That has to be what that is.
Oh no! Oh, more boxes, more electrical boxes. These are for the sconces outside, and then we can zip flasher on that flange. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, nice.
We're going to show you all these model numbers, where we got them in the next video when we install all these. All right, gang. First thing, let's start with this: a FanTech PB 110 inline exhaust fan, 110 CFM. So that's gonna get the odors and the steam out of Jordan's bathroom really fast. But we're gonna mount this guy over the attic on this side of the building, and the bathroom's over there. So when this guy's on, you won't even hear it. But we're gonna start the installation with this box. Check that out. It's got a built-in damper, just like other bathroom fans, right? And it's gonna go in our truss ceiling over in the bathroom. Let's go put it in and get started. All right, guys, I'm on this ladder. I'm over the shower drain. So we want this intake for the exhaust system over the shower. That's where we're gonna produce all that steam. And we want it as high as we can, but it doesn't really matter to us because we're gonna have a soffit that covers this, and this fan is gonna pull all the steam around the soffit and out the building. So it's just a matter of screwing this in. I've already got the brackets attached. So if I can do this one-handed, left-handed. You like that, bud? I'm just getting this plastic tab right here, this black tab, flush with my joist or my truss. Get this screw in there. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get a magnetic bit. All right, 1 screw down, 3 to go. Before we finish, I wanna give a big shout out to one of our viewers up in New Hampshire. Robert, sincerely appreciate all the tools you sent us. This awesome 20-volt brushless DeWalt impact hammer, a DeWalt compressor, a hose reel, a 100-foot air hose, and a box full of other stuff. Really appreciate it, bud. It's gonna help us immensely here on the project.
Yeah, W. Robert in the comments.
Absolutely, big win for Robert. Yeah, that's done. New fan box, new construction, no more crawling around in attics with insulation itching you. The electric and the...
Because you got some like a 2x6 over there?
That is done. I say let's head to the other side, install the Fantech fan, and we'll connect these two with that flex duct. All right, guys, we got our mounting bracket attached to the fan with 2 self-drilling screws. Awesome. This is a great fan. Jordan called Fantech. They helped him pick out this one, designed for this building. Awesome customer service. Give them a call if you're looking for a bathroom fan or any kind of exhaust fan for your house. So now that the bracket is attached, airflow is that way. I'm in the same truss bay that the box is installed behind me. So we're gonna mount this guy right there on this cord and the bottom cord. So it's parallel to the run of our cord here, our truss. And all I gotta do is connect it. I'm gonna wire it up first because it's gonna be hard to get in here and make that connection. So here's the switch leg we ran from the bathroom switch. It says Fantech switch leg. No confusion there. It's hot up here, man. Take another bite. And I didn't take enough bite. Sorry, bud. That didn't go how I wanted. There you go. Saves me a trip down the ladder. Our copper goes to the yellow with the green stripe, or is it green with a yellow stripe? White, neutral, goes to the blue, and our switch leg, the black, goes to the red. Let me get this wired up, and then I'll show you how we install it. All right, guys, all done wiring. Made myself a little loop. It's almost necessary because it's hard to get a little short piece of wire from here into that block. So the loop just makes it a little easier. And then you'll notice I put a connector in here. You gotta have a connector. Even though this is plastic, always have a connector in these knockouts. Now let's put the box cover on. What a great fit. Got the 2 screws right here. We are almost ready to hang this thing, Jordan, and run some ductwork.
Easiest ever.
So much easier than a conventional bathroom fan,
Yeah.
right? I can't tell you how many of those I've done and just absolutely hated every part of it.
Well, we have a couple videos of exhaust fans that ate your lunch.
They were exhausting. All right, got the 2 screws in there first. Got a keyhole slot, so that's a lot easier. Get the screws in there. Slide it down. Now we just tighten them. We're golden. All right, let's run some duct work. You know what that means?
What's that?
We get to cut a 4-inch hole in the outside wall of your house. Let's run some duct, dude.
Let's do it.
You got it?
Yep.
All right, guys, the bathroom exhaust fan is all installed. Mounted it on the truss like we showed you and ran 4-inch insulated flex duct from the fan all the way over here to this intake box. It's gonna be hidden over the shower. So it's gonna be awesome coming in here and seeing the steam from the shower just rise up, getting sucked out of here silently. And that's really cool for me because my whole life I've grown up with those noisy bathroom fans that we all know and love. So can't wait to see how this one works.
Not only will it be silent, but you won't even see like a white grate in the ceiling.
It's gonna be totally
Invisible.
hidden. Totally
Yeah.
hidden. We got a really cool idea for that. All that's left is to connect the exhaust duct to the little hood we bought going to the outside, but that's gonna be later because we have quite a few of those to install on this building. We actually turned the motor on, moves a lot of air, loving that Fantech inline exhaust fan. But right now, let's talk about the main event, the ERV, the Energy Recovery Ventilator. All right, guys, why do we need an ERV in this garage apartment? Jordan, Rad, and I basically built a wooden balloon. We're gonna have it air tested with a blower door to see how good a job we did. How leaky is our building? It's gonna be pretty tight, especially with the spray foam. So when you have a tight building, all the chemicals that we use, that off gas from the products in the building, the sprays we use, the cleaning compounds, the humidity we generate while we cook and shower, all that stays in the building. So the ERV is all about indoor air quality. Check it out. Let's show you how it works. This duct right here, there's gonna be a piece of flex connected to a louver outside. It's pulling in outside air, sending it across this filter so it's clean now, across this membrane, and then it's pumping it into the room. Nice fresh air. All that stale air I talked about is gonna get sucked out of the building through this pipe, again, across this membrane, and then out the building. And we can make those fans run 24/7 or 10 minutes out of the hour, 30 minutes out of the hour, whatever we want to do. So really cool machine, really great technology, and we're not gonna get into that side of it. If you wanna know more about it, there's plenty of great videos on YouTube. But for right now, Jordan and I, we just wanna get this thing installed. Let's make it happen. All right, guys, we're gonna run our first section of duct. This is gonna be exhausting the stale air from the building into the bottom port here on the ERV. I've got my 4-inch flex around the fitting, just like this one. Got a big zip tie. I'm gonna make my first connection. This is just gonna keep it in place. The real magic is gonna happen when we use this tape. I know a lot of you like duct sealant, but when I use duct sealant on flex duct, it just makes a huge mess. I like it better on rigid pipe, which you could certainly use on this, but this flex duct makes it really easy and it's already insulated like we mentioned. Cut it off flush. All right, now we've got this tape. It's basically foil tape, but it has a great elastomeric coating on the back. Let me pull off a piece for you. I find it's easier to tear it, and then it's really easy to get the blue backing off the back. Because if you cut it with scissors or a knife, it's hard to get that corner. All right, there's that elastomeric coating, look at that. This thing's gonna form and seal all the way around. So I'm gonna cut like 8 pieces of tape or tear them and put them like this all the way around for a nice airtight seal. All right, so it's all taped up. Look how nice that looks. So I'm gonna cover it all with this silver liner. I'm gonna pull it up over this section so it looks nice and neat, and secure it with another 36-inch zip tie. All right, I'll cut off the tail. Now we got this end done. What about the other end? Are we just gonna have some nice plastic grill in the building for the return air to go into? Of course not. Let's go down off these ladders. I'll show you what Jordan picked out. It's really cool. Jordan has fallen in love with the modern look of a slot diffuser. No metal or plastic grill, just a narrow slot in the drywall. With the grill or without, we're actually gonna have a mud end flange, so there's no grill. But this is the plenum box that's gonna accept that mud end flange. So air is gonna be sucked in right here. And we have a 5 by 9-inch oval, which accepts 8-inch flex duct. I happen to have a little piece, so we're gonna put it over that, like that. Got an 8 by 4 reducer, because remember, we're using 4-inch duct. Put it on there, and of course I have the insulation for this. We're just showing it to you. We're gonna lay it over, well here, let me turn it around how it's gonna be. It's gonna be like that, centered over that door. This is gonna turn horizontal and tie into the 4-inch we just ran. Of course, all that's insulated, it's gonna look great. Let's get this connected, Jordan, we'll head on to the next one. All right guys, this is the intake air. So it's got this nice gasket on the duct from the factory unit. So we're gonna put our 4-inch flex duct right over that. Grab my zip tie. We're going to tighten it against that gasket. All right, no room for tape here, but I really like that gasket. I'm going to pull this insulation up here and pull my liner up over the styrofoam insulation from the factory. And I'll make that connection. All right, guys, we've got the 3 easy ones done, the 2 on my right and the bottom one on the left. Look how nice that tape works on this styrofoam. Love the way that made that connection right there. So our last one to run is right here, the one that's gonna be blowing nice clean air into the building. We've already got it attached here, and now we have to route it through these trusses to the other side of the building. The reason we're doing that, we wanna dump the clean air over there, have it travel across the building as it's being pulled into this plenum right here. The farther apart they are, the better.
All right, gang, up on the scaffolding running this duct. We're using this black webbing, pretty good stuff off of Amazon, and we're just using it to hang the duct just like that. A little trick I'm doing is I'm folding over the webbing on itself to staple it. Just gives it more to grab onto. I'm afraid that if I just staple through this, it's gonna pull through eventually. Maybe, maybe not, but I'm definitely folding it over. Just a little bit of peace of mind on that one. Using this pneumatic staple gun, really lit. So we're doing it. So now we just have to go all the way to the top. And you can see right here that I'm gonna run out right at the peak or right over there. So we've got that coupling. I'm gonna make that up and then run the rest of the way. All right, coupling is on and connected. Instead of running it all the way up there and then trying to make that connection with my new piece and running it down, instead of trying to make that connection in between the trusses where it's tight and frustrating sometimes, that's just gonna hand me that next roll, and I'm gonna make that connection here and then run the whole thing as one unit. Got it?
Got it?
Yep.
All right, Jordan's got the 2 straps attached between the trusses way up there at the peak or the ridge of the roof. Now he's feeding the ductwork through. Nice. Oh, looks like your joint's right there, huh?
It is.
Yeah, he's pulling it tight. We want to stretch that flex out. Get maximum airflow that way.
The joint is right on this strap.
Oh, wow.
How epic. Oh, that looks really good.
Looks awesome.
Sick.
All right, I'll move you over.
Cool.
We'll go as far as this way to the bathroom wall as we can,
Cool.
and then we'll route it down that wall.
Let's do it.
All right, gang, we are making awesome progress. We have all the duct run on this side, and we have our main trunk running over to this side where the bathroom and the kitchen are to supply fresh air to this side of the apartment. Remember, we're dumping it over here, then it's gonna get pulled across into their turn right there, which is exactly what we want. And so now, since we're over here, we want to dump a little bit of air into the bathroom and then a little bit more into this area. So Jordan picked up this Y, also from supplyhouse.com, and this thing is pretty nice. Usually these joints right here are not airtight. We'd have to tape those anyway. And check that out on there. It's all air sealed. We don't have to tape it or anything. Spot welded together, heavy gauge. This thing's gonna be nice. Now it is shaped like a Y, obviously. So what we wanna do, we want this straight run to head into the kitchen, because that's where most of the air is gonna go. And this little branch right here is gonna supply the bathroom. So our next step, we shorten the scaffold. We're gonna get up there and cut our duct, install this, and then run a branch over into the kitchen and a branch down the wall into the bathroom. All right, guys, my turn up on the scaffolding. Got up here and we're gonna estimate where we wanna put this. So remember, this straight run is gonna go to the kitchen area behind me. So I'm kind of like right there. Then this duct that we just ran could come through this truss, meet up right there, head over here to the kitchen, and on the Y part for the bathroom, and go right down there. We kind of got an eyeball mark where I want to cut that main duct. Let me cut it, snip the wire, and get this thing assembled. And you know, one thing we've been dealing with on this project, this fitting has these ridges. So when you put your strap there, it won't slide off. But if this is just flat, it makes it much harder, and the potential's there for that to pull off. That's why we tape it, for one reason, but I love the ridges on there. So if you have a choice when you're buying these, get one with ridges. Trying to tape inside that Y. Got to cut a little piece. This is fun in all the trusses.
Yeah.
This is what you were dealing with, huh? Bumping your head and everything?
Yep.
But you know what? Much rather be right here than in an attic doing this.
Oh yeah.
We've had enough of attics, right? All right. That's done. What do you want to do? You want to run this one down the wall and then we'll work on the kitchen?
I'll pass it up to you and you just run it straight down.
All right, cool. Cool, man. All right, guys, here's what we did. I cut 2 overlapping holes. This is 2 3/4. Got a 6-inch top plate, so I'm right in the middle. And I'm gonna connect those 2 overlapping holes and make an oval. Then we're gonna squeeze the 4-inch flex duct that's inside of here into that to get us into the stud bay. All right, guys, our oval is cut. Now there's no way we can stuff all this insulation with the inner duct through there. So we're just gonna remove the insulation. I've already got it cut. We're gonna slide it off. And now it'll be really easy to get that through that oval. All right, see how I got it stacked like that? I'm gonna send it through. That way I don't have to kind of crush it all. It's going through, Jordan?
Yep.
Careful not to tear it. You don't want any holes in it, right?
Right.
All right, guys, we've got our 4-inch duct run inside this exterior 2x6 wall, and I think we're just gonna leave it like this. When they spray foam, they can get behind here, or maybe we'll put something in here first, some insulation, pack that in behind our drywall blocker. But I've already got a 90 put on the bottom, so we're basically set. We gotta come up with a cool way to attach this. We'll figure that out later, but what we really wanted to show you was this outlet from Fantech. It's their MGS4 metal supply grill. And look how this thing works. You can rotate this and dial in the amount of air that comes in right here. Or I guess you could use that even as an exhaust, Jordan, and dial in the amount of air that goes out. It's got a lock nut inside, all gasketed. That thing is really cool. And these 2 fins right here, that's just a press fit into our duct.
And we want that because we don't want all the air dumping out into the bathroom.
Yeah, we're gonna
just need a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna turn that guy on, turn on the ERV, and see what kind of airflow we get on this side. If we need to tweak it, we can tweak it right here.
Boom.
All right, guys, we have our duct Y all made up, taped, nice and neat. And our duct to the right is gonna feed the kitchen right over the exhaust hood. Here's our plenum We already put the 6x4 duct reducer on there. And Jordan, you screwed this on there, right?
I did.
2 screws?
Yep.
Is 2 plenum? Ha, I stole your joke. All right, so this is a 12-inch slot diffuser. This plenum accepts the 12-inch slot diffuser. That one was 18, but we had to go 12 here because we have the trusses 16 inches on center, and this is all that would fit in there. So this is already made up to go. We're gonna bend these tabs, use these to mount it, attach our duct, and we'll be ready. And that'll be it for the ductwork, right? And that's gonna look really cool. You're just gonna look up there and see a nice black slot, and that's where our air is gonna be pouring into the building on this side. And that's much less obtrusive than a grate, a plastic grill, something like that. And the bathroom is gonna be hidden under the vanity, so that's really cool. All right, let's get this thing mounted, put the duct on there, and we can check off ductwork. All right, gang, here's a little pro tip for you. So any framing that is 16 inches on center is gonna be 14.5 in between, right? So I measured 14.5, and that's where these 2 tabs are bent up. I'm kind of modifying the mounting straps on here a little bit. I'm gonna bend this guy up. Now we can put that up in between the trusses and put our screws here, where I can reach them.
How does that benefit you though? Why go through all that trouble? Because we couldn't, well, let me go up there and I'll show you. Okay.
So what I couldn't explain downstairs was these tabs. So we bent them down, and now we can get our screw gun in there. So we brought the big speed square up here, boom. Got it square this way and square this way. I'm gonna put in the second screw on this left-hand side, and we'll dial in the right-hand side.
And the truth is, we don't really know where this plenum is supposed to go. We want it to be over the cabinets, not shooting down on top of the cabinets, but we don't have the cabinets picked out, so we're just kind of guessing. We're definitely gonna have to move this.
Oh, really?
I think so, but maybe not. We might get lucky.
Well, we gotta move it before drywall, so you better get cracking on those cabinet selections, bud.
It's tough picking stuff out, because you like go online, you see something you like, and then you go on the website, it's like, give us your email, your name, your social, and we will not sell your info. It's like, dude, those cabinets look awesome, but I gotta give them all my info.
Well, I know you want modern style up here, and you sent me that picture, so I was actually trying to look for you last night.
Yep.
It takes a ton of time.
Yep.
So eventually I said, Jordan's not worth it. He can do it on his own.
How many times are you gonna check that?
Well, I want it straight, don't you? There you go, bud. See? Doesn't that look nice?
Yeah.
So this is gonna be parallel to your cabinets and your wall and everything else. And your mudded in LED strips and your fan. That's why I want it to look nice for you.
That's really nice.
Yep. Love that. That was the ticket. That's gonna be great.
No grate.
No grate. Let's clean up, see how it looks. We're downstairs. All right, guys, it's the next day. Nice crisp morning here in southeastern Texas. And do you ever go back to your job site the next day and you look at what you did the previous day when it was still dark and you're like amazed at what you got accomplished? That's how we're feeling today. But there's one little section that kind of bothered me, kept me up at night. So I drove into town this morning, got some duct work, and let me show you what we're gonna change. This piece right here. Just don't like the way that looks in the wall. And to me, this is all wrong. What should it be? It should be some rigid 4-inch duct. So I got 5 sections. All they had was the little short guys. And I got this 90, so we're gonna offset it at the top and push it this direction. So imagine if you're the spray foam guys and we put the pipe over here, I'm not gonna be able to insulate that corner. So I'm gonna move it over to the left and then hopefully they can get their nozzle in here and spray behind it. Let's get our sheet metal tool, some gloves, and get that duct in. Push this through. All right, that was easy. Now we can start making it back up. All right, I'm just gonna squeeze this round duct into an oval, and let's see if it goes through that hole we cut. Oh man, oh look at that. That is perfect, Jordan. Perfect width. I must have known that in my head that I was gonna do this, and subconsciously I made it the right size, right?
But I chose the bit.
You did choose the bit, so you get that from me. So you knew I was gonna change it too. There we go. Now we can put the fitting on there and push that pipe over. But now what I'm thinking, we can just remove this drywall backer because it's just screwed on and they have plenty of access. So let's scrap this idea and we'll just go straight down with our pipe. Cool, I'm ready to go. Let's put some more pipe together. And here's one other thing. How airtight is this? Should we tape that or not? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but I'm thinking now, since that's gonna be pushing fresh air in here, we probably wanna tape that. What do you think, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit amount of tape. All right, let's make all these up, tape it, put it together. You know what it feels like we're doing, Jordan? Feels like we're turning this new building into a remodel. All right, pull that screw for me.
It's Phillips.
What? All right, guys, we got our first section of pipe in, squeezed it into an oval, pushed it through our top plates, taped the liner on there. Now pull down the insulation. I can get off this ladder, let go of this truss, and we'll get the bottom done. Okay, I like that. Really strong. Are we done?
I don't know, are we?
I like it. It's much better. I call it done.
All right.
All right. All right, guys, that looks so much better. I'm so glad we spent a little bit of money and a little bit of extra time to make that work. Now that we have all the ductwork done, let me just give you a quick overview about what we did. I'm gonna start right here in the bathroom. That one's pretty straightforward. It's gonna intake right there over the shower. 110 CFM Fantech inline fan all the way over here, blowing it outside. All the rest of the ductwork you see is associated with the energy recovery ventilator. It's gonna pull in stale air from the building here, exhaust it outside. One of the ducts on this side is gonna pull in air from the outside, filter it, condition it, and blow it into the building through this duct over my head all the way up at the ridge, dump it into the kitchen, and dump it into the bathroom. And then it gets pulled across to the machine to start the cycle all over again. Now that ERV has a boost function. In other words, it goes into high speed whenever the bathroom fan or the kitchen exhaust fan are on. And we figured out a way how to control that boost feature, whether you're in the bathroom or whether you're in the kitchen or whether you're in both. So I'm not sure when that video is gonna be, but we're gonna tell you all about it. But for right now, that's gonna end up this video. We had a blast making it for you. So get some ductwork, whether you like the flex or the rigid, run it to your like button so you get nice ventilated air. Smash it for us, that's the best thing you can do for our channel. Please subscribe, ring the bell so you get a notification of our next video. Don't forget to check us out, bunkerbranding.com for merch. Christmas time is coming up, and we'll see you right back here on the next Stud Pack video.